Laurel.
Okay, let's begin, everyone. Hey, how are you doing?
Good.
Great.
Good.
You can hear me okay?
Wonderful. Yes.
Feel your impact. Okay, well, we are really excited to. This has been a day coming for a very long time. Appreciate everyone's time jumping on here. While we have everyone's time, I just kind of wanted to go over a
Upstairs, I think.
few things we're going to cover today, but we have been working on this with the SanMar team for what? How long have you been working on this now?
Beginning of 2019, so over a year.
It's been some time coming, so very excited. Huge thing for Allmade. Grateful for the opportunity. I know a lot of you that are on this call have been a part of this, and yeah. So today I wanted to take the opportunity to do two things. First of all, just kind of kick this off. Rob mentioned, like, where are the chips and salsa? Does anyone have chips and salsa? Where are they at? Brett?
Where's the taco?
Brett, I knew you'd pull through, Brett.
There you go. Chips and salsa. So to celebrate, to welcome everyone, but also then to answer any questions that we have about this new partnership and how things work. So what we'd like to do to kick things off is just A, if anyone wants to say anything, but B, answer any questions. We've already gotten some questions in when we sent out the email today. And so we have some things queued up for the Allmade and SanMar team. And then I'd like to take the opportunity to kick off a podcast that we've been wanting to do for quite some time called Feel Your Impact, which really takes a look at behind the scenes of a responsible apparel movement. So while we do that, so we're going to start out with questions, and then we're going to hit record with the Allmade founders, and everyone else that's still on is welcome to participate. We're going to do a live Q&A at the end. So the way we do in these podcasts is they will have a live audience. Only the people that are on the podcast will be on the screen recorded, and then we can do live Q&A at the end. So the podcast version will be some Q&A that we've queued up, kind of taking a step back into both the SanMar, not the SanMar journey, but the Allmade journey, and then into kind of the decision to partner and look for a distributor, and then what the future holds for Allmade and the brand. And then again, some live Q&A. So we'll start off with some questions for about 15 or 20 minutes, and then jump into the recording. And again, thank you very much. This is super exciting. I'm coffeeed up. I hope everyone else is as well. Does anyone have any questions before we begin?
I haven't had caffeine in weeks, actually.
Brett.
Yeah, changed man.
I'll start off the first question for Renton. So this is all done at ColorTex. Which of the factories is sewing the Allmade shirts, like within ColorTex? Because I know there's several different ones. Is it where District is made?
Alcatex, Dom?
Alcatex.
So from an Allmade perspective, for Allmade shirts, obviously we're launching with, and if you go to the new website, you'll see that that links the factories that are making the product. So Life is still on the map, and we're selling a lot of product that was still made at Life, and that relationship continues to I think we need to continue to work at that relationship and how that fits into the long-term story of Allmade, because there's certainly a bedrock of the foundation of what you all worked on, and so that's certainly something that I think how that fits into the long term of Allmade is important for all of us to work on, I think. And then there's the other factory in Haiti, which has really been from a volume standpoint, has really helped, and that's the Mazawa plant in Haiti. And so we introduced that plant to Ryan and team to bring some more product out of Haiti. It's in a place within Haiti that's a little bit more stable, so a little less, downtime expected there. But they're a company that through the years have worked to open plants in small towns in Africa and other parts of the world where they're really like foundationally like the first ones into local communities. And so they're being a fantastic partner of ours. So it seemed like a good tie to provide that supply to Allmade. And so that Misawa plant has just been cranking away. They've been closed, and of course, this COVID-19 really impacted a lot of the first amount of volume because Haiti was closed. The government shut down for other than non-essential work. So, but Misawa has done the majority of the sewing, and then 5-Star, which is a plant in Honduras, which you were in and is in the videos where, you know, Mel, I remember her walking around the plant in the video, and some of you in the plant. The 5-Star plant is also producing Allmade today as well.
Yeah, I was wanting it to be at the spot where there's all those young people there listening to like disco music. So I like that spot. That's good.
That was 5-Star.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
That was 5-Star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The stretching. 4 times a day. So Ashley, we've had a couple of questions, and Laurel, we've had a couple of questions come in from the box. Do you want to kick off any of the questions that kind of are the most common?
Yeah, I can kick that off. So right now you will see some changes like Renton mentioned. If you go to allmade.com right now, super cool, fresh new site, but you'll see retail pricing only. If you go to the top right corner, you'll also notice that there's no option to log in. That's just because if you're wholesale, you'll want to go directly to sanmar.com to place your orders. As far as creating an account, it's super quick and easy. If you don't have an account, you'll fill out an online form very similar to the one that you filled out for Allmade originally. You'll want to have, I will say, a recommendation is to have your resale certificate and your business license ready to go. SanMar does require that, so that will eliminate any delays of you getting signed up for that new account. And then Michelle, I'll confirm right now with you, once that application and those forms are submitted, the SanMar new accounts team will follow up within 24 hours. Is that right?
Correct, yes.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, we want to get everyone set up as quick as possible, so that is perfect. Now, I will say, if you have a SanMar account and you have ordered from Allmade within the last year, I already went ahead and set you up with case pricing. So you're good to go there. If you did not have an account, you got an email from me on, let's see, on Tuesday morning. So, and I sent that out to only people who don't have an account set up. So you'll want to just go on there if you haven't already and get set up with an account.
What is case pricing?
I can send you the pricing list if you'd like to see it.
Or like, what is case pricing, or is like, what is the case price?
Like, what's
I'm
the dollar
familiar
amount?
What case pricing is? I mean, what is the price that we are paying for t-shirts?
Ashley,
Yeah, I can send that out to everyone who has case pricing. It basically shows you what you paid previously with us on allmade.com and then what you now pay with SanMar. Would that be helpful? I can send that all out. I have that already.
Sure.
Is it more or less off the rip?
You will like the pricing. It is, there's a few SKUs that are a little higher, just the larger sizes, 2X through 4X. The remainder is, you'll be very happy with the pricing.
Is that just for Dom or like everybody?
Yeah, just for Dom. Yeah. Yeah, for anyone who has a baby on the way. So we're really trying to help his finances.
Sick. Love it.
All about the children.
Hey, I've got like 1,000 children now.
One of the questions that we actually got as well while we're on the topic of pricing is how, and I know I've ran into this already, and the SanMar territory rep that we worked with was extremely helpful. What about spec pricing? Does SanMar do spec pricing for large orders? And would they work, like, how does that work?
So the answer is yes. I mean, we view Allmade like other brands that we carry, that if there are large orders, it generally starts at around 500 to 1,000 pieces. There is sort of volume pricing that's from an order to order basis. If you need help with certain programs or orders, just call your account executive and they'll work to see what we can do from a volume standpoint.
Awesome.
And that's true for Allmade and all brands that we carry.
Yeah, and we were successful in like getting the order that you guys helped me with, so that was awesome.
Let me say one thing about pricing, and I think it's an evolving I think we're, continuing to work with the Allmade team on just how we help with any, from a volume standpoint and a sourcing standpoint. But I think that in the market, when this idea started in early 2019, but all the way until now, there's been this thought that environmentally conscious product has to cost a lot more. And I think that we believe it doesn't. And so I think from a pricing standpoint, we need to continue to work hard with Allmade. But I mean, our goal is that, the Allmade pricing is in line with, the sort of core fashion t-shirts that are in the market. And we think together, if we're smart, that we can, that's our goal in the long term, that your pricing is sort of the same as sort of a Bella Canvas and those types of the brands. We know that they dip down low for some really large programs, and we may not be always as competitive, but the goal is that we shouldn't have $7 t-shirts just because they're made out of organic cotton and all these things. That we should be able to be more price conscious and bring a brand to the market that gets it all done within the price point that you all need to, that's consistent with, the other fashion brands that are in the market.
It's awesome. Speaking of products and that, Johnny, did you have a question?
No, I just thought that was pretty awesome.
Well, another question that came up to me this morning, and I don't think Rob's on or.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, you're here. What, you want to ask your question?
I was about to jump in, actually.
Perfect.
Yeah, so my question is really just kind of about the color selections and, what the options might be there going forward with this new world of Allmade being more available.
When you say color options, in terms of availability of the current colors, or you mean extending our color?
I mean, more than 7.
Yeah, so we are doing that. We're still targeting fall, but considering everything happening with COVID and some of, again, the delays that we've seen, I don't know exactly what that timeline looks like, but we have a bunch of new colors coming. I want to say we have 4 locked and loaded, but could be more even soon. So our bigger goal is to grow that color assortment, certainly the tri blend, and when we look to add new fabrications, making sure that we continue to offer a good palette there. So any feedback that you guys have too, anything that comes your way of certain colors that you're getting a lot of requests for or that you think are critical, definitely send those along to us. Keep us in the loop there, because we're always looking for that information. But we will have new colors by the end of the year in the tri blend.
Do we have those selected, finalized for fall? I remember.
We do, yes. And they're in production. So I can get that list to you, Ryan, of where we landed there, but we do, yep. And you saw the early versions of those standards.
Can you reveal those right now?
And yeah, let me pull up some information here and I'll get that for you.
They're all different shades of purple.
Right. Light purple, medium purple, dark purple. We felt that was critical.
Rocky Top orange.
Yeah.
I have a question.
I have a question.
Yeah. What about being able to do like custom colors? Is that still an option for certain quantities?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you think the minimum quantity and turn time would look like on that?
We're working at that to come out with that, to confirm that. I think it's going to be a little higher than what it was. We want to make sure we keep plants efficient, and so, but generally we've looked as a company as minimum around 60,000 pieces, candidly. So we've been really high if someone calls and says, hey, can you make a important company? But I think with the Allmade supply chain, we can be a little bit more flexible with that. But we're working with Ryan on figuring out what that level needs to be, and so I think over the next few weeks we'll have more information on it, Justin.
Cool.
Yeah. It was typically, I think we were talking about the range of, I think our MOQ before was about 2,000 pieces. Now it looks, I think the last time we talked about it, we looked at about 5,000 pieces. So, but with more colors, hopefully that also helps out as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to find those colors right now. Okay, so where we landed in, so, okay. In the core, yeah, the 2004, we are adding a bright white, right? So first of all, we definitely identified that a solid black and a bright white were really needed. We certainly are leaving the fairly white in because I think there's a big demand and a big request for that, you know, without the bleach and other chemicals. We've engineered the bright white to be as eco-conscious as we possibly can, and there's a lot more information that our development team has on that, but we will offer a brighter white, a deep black. We have a desert sun, which is like kind of a gold sort of color, a warm gold color. We have a Maui blue after Johnny, so we have that baby blue that you guys were running. We have a nostalgia rose, which is like a dusty rose, a dusty earth tone sort of pink, and then also a true navy. It's just solid navy. So those 6 colors will be out hopefully by the end of this year. Again, I need more information on where we're at with some of those delays, but the target was this fall. And then we'll bring some of those colors, let's see, the 2018, the V-neck will have those same 6 colors. And the men's long sleeve will have 4 of those. It'll have the bright white, the deep black, the true navy, and the Maui blue. And again, we'll continue to add more and more colors to that as soon as, I mean, the sales already out the gate have been really compelling. So we'll continue to look at broadening that palette consistently every season if possible.
Great. That's Brett, you had a question as far as sales and inventory goes.
Yeah. So when do we expect just the standard colors that we have now to be flush?
So the last information that I had on that, and I also need an update there, is that we were expecting the last shipment to go out at the end of May, which means that we should be in the next month or so, probably pretty in stock on those colors. I think there could be some concerns with black because we did blow through a lot of black. So I have to get some more detailed info there. But everything that we had in the running, everything we had in the works was supposed to ship by the very end of May.
Did it ship?
Well, will all the warehouses carry everything, or will it be certain warehouses? Like I noticed just looking at what's available now, there's like certain warehouses that don't have any. Is there, you know, because I know like with SanMar, sometimes they distribute from certain ones and not from others. Just wondering what that availability will be.
I think it will run like other styles. Normally when we launch product, we started in a fewer number of warehouses because we're sensitive to split shipments.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you don't really know what the forecast is until you sort of settle a little bit, so it will start, you know, in a few, but it will grow like other styles. I'm not sure if it will be absolutely in every warehouse, but it will certainly be in the majority of our warehouses over time. You know, that would plan like that's sort of a SanMar with all of the products we sell. Our goal is to get it to almost every warehouse, and I think the same will be true here.
I think Johnny was planning to mostly order from the Florida warehouse.
Perfect.
Yeah, we're going East Coast.
It's pickup only, Johnny.
37-day ship.
Pretty good turnaround time.
And we do have some colors in all warehouses, so that will continue to rent point, especially as sales demand it. It will start to spread. Like, let me see. Yeah, like Azure Blue is in every warehouse right now. I think Rise Up Red is in every warehouse right now. So that will continue to morph and shift as sales demand it. But typically we do start in a limited number and then spread out from there.
Hey, Brett.
Yeah.
There's another Brett.
Oh, no.
What up, guys?
All right. What other questions does anyone have, or did we not answer from the questions that were asked initially?
Is there a USA made option in the future?
So that is certainly something we've had a lot of discussions about and are looking into. That is definitely on the table. Is that something that you guys all would be interested in? Yeah.
I think with things moving forward now, yeah, a lot of people are asking about USA made more.
Sure.
But I think, you know, the story is compelling enough to, like, we don't have problems selling, you know, from Honduras or Haiti. I think just the big thing is people are asking if we have a USA made option.
Yep. That is definitely on our line plans as in progress, development progress. So, yeah.
Hey guys, I just want to step in really quick and say I don't know if you guys have all gone to the new Impact page, but it's pretty cool and interactive. We're really excited about kind of just updating it, but there is a few changes if you've noticed. So we wanted to, with SanMar, just get it really accurate. And so every stat is, we have proof behind it, and, we just want that authenticity there. And so if you'll notice, we're actually going to measure pounds of recycled plastic instead of specifically saying water bottles. This is still a great sales tool. You guys can screenshot this and use this. Obviously 6 water bottles average per shirt is still a stat we like to use, but the calculator will measure total recycled plastic. And then it'll also measure CO2 reduced. So you can still compare that to a cotton t-shirt, a 50-50, a tri-blend, and then you can put in your custom field number. So that's exciting. Also at the top of the impact page, it shows our overall impact. And so that kind of updates, as sales go through. And so it's just exciting, and just a kind of an update to a sales tool you guys have all probably used. So yeah, we're excited about it. Hope you guys check it out.
What is
it's really
the
cool if you
weight
guys
per
haven't
shirt,
got.
Sorry, what was that?
The weight per shirt on the plastic, do you know what that is?
Ooh, that would be a question for Michelle.
We're going to do a video and a kind of a podcast behind the scenes of like the data of the impact calculator. So I have a meeting like literally right after this one.
That doesn't help me now, Ryan. Come on.
Well, got it as soon as I could.
And Mel, can
Yeah.
you guys see if there's a way to share an API so we can pull in the info, and if we wanted to put it on our website?
That's something we can discuss. I can get back to you on that, Mike.
Okay.
That's actually what I was asking. I was trying to put something together, and we were going to go with the 6 bottle thing, but I like the weight idea better. So.
Cool.
The 6 bottle thing has worked for us. It is different though, because it's an average of 6 bottles. So, I mean, a 4X shirt has way more and an extra small has less. And so and then the gray has you were asking about the gray, we're still trying to source a recycled black. Right now the black in this gray right here is a virgin black. So it does not have as many water bottles in the gray shirt. So, or the vino shirt. So that's why we're kind of changing to the weight to be much more accurate.
And on that impact calculator, you can put in a custom field. If you put like 1 shirt in, you see 0 pounds. Obviously, since we're doing pounds versus like ounces, it takes a few more shirts to be able to see the impact. But if you put in 5, you can see that it's 1 pound of recycled plastic. So you can kind of get a sense for how at least the pounds are starting to show up by using the custom field to back it out. But we can get the data for you guys too.
Great question so far.
Yeah, I tend to do that.
All right. So any final questions for this first part?
So this isn't a question, but I just want to let you guys know. So if you already work with SanMar, I'm sure you already have someone that you can ask, questions to. If you don't, I know there's going to be plenty of more questions that come up. Just know that, this is definitely a partnership. So Laurel and I are still on the back end as well. So continue to email the same email or call us if you do have questions, and we can either answer those or, field that to somebody at SanMar that can help you.
Woohoo!
I have a question. Are the masks available on SanMar yet?
They are. We put them up. We put them up live earlier this week, so they're available to back order. There's a couple colors that are available, and then next week we'll be sending out an email to our customers next Wednesday that's just featuring the All Mask as kind of a big news story from the Allmade team.
Cool.
Awesome.
It's exciting, you guys. Thanks
How
for
have,
hopping on I don't know. I wanted to just toast and cheers because it's an exciting partnership, and it's been a long process. And I don't know, today just feels like, I don't know, like we should all be like screaming and jumping and running around or something, but this is awesome.
It's shitty that we can't be together for sure. Hey, Renton, how have the all of your reps received this?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been an interesting time. Our reps are all at home, and then obviously it was out in a catalog, and then but because of inventory coming in a little bit slower, the launch really happened today. But it's been this sort of slow launch. But I actually just got off the phone with one of our groups for one of our districts, and everyone's just really excited. I think they're really excited about the brand. They're really excited about the product. They're really excited about the pricing. They're really excited about the marketing that's gone behind this as just something that's just really fresh and on point for the industry. So yeah, people are excited to get out and show it and talk to customers about it. And now that we've got websites and all the media coming out from SanMar, and Mel and Michelle have been just working hard at getting all that together. It's the team's excited.
Sweet.
And I would share that I was on a call with one of our sales reps last week or so after the catalog came out, and they were doing a virtual Zoom presentation to a customer. And they started off with a couple pages in the catalog introducing Allmade, and the customer got really excited, and they were like, we get a lot of requests for eco-friendly shirts, but they feel like shit. And so we're excited to hear that there's one coming that's, softer and prints better and all of that. So like just the excitement that the customer had was fun to watch and fun to hear the feedback on. And the sales rep was excited to share that story.
I think something really cool for everyone to know is that, and you may not, is that SanMar has really invested in making sure that Allmade's story is told authentic and real. And, sometimes when you're so deep into building a brand and working on it every day, you kind of, forget those foundational pieces. And that's why personally, I've been so excited to partner with SanMar, just because they've already invested so much in making sure that our story is told right, so that it's easier for our customers to, tell the story to anyone walking in that wants an eco-friendly, awesome shirt that does good for people on the planet. And so I think that that's part of this amazing partnership is, just the investment in that story. And whether it be not giving 2 fucks or eating chips and salsa, or, just having a party, or, being really serious about how we take care of the planet. So it's been super awesome so far.